Hello, welcome to the second lesson on nomenclature, which refers to the naming of organic compounds. When naming organic compounds, chemists use something called the IUPAC system. Basically, the name of an organic compound consists of three main components: the prefix, the stem, and the suffix, which we will be going more into detail in this lesson. Firstly, the stem is the number of carbon atoms in the longest continuous carbon chain. For a compound with one carbon atom, we will use Meth. For a compound with two carbon atoms, we will use F, and so on and so forth. Notice that the names are actually derived from their respective shapes. For example, a 6-carbon alkene will be called hexane, which actually makes sense because hexagon is a 6-sided figure, and that is how the name is derived. So looking at the examples beside, methane, which is a 1-carbon compound, and propane, which is a 3-carbon compound. The suffix comes after the stem and refers to the functional groups found in an organic compound. Here is an example of how we can insert the suffix by dropping the letter E at the end and adding the suffix corresponding to the functional group. Taking a look at this compound, we notice that the parent carbon chain consists of 3 carbon atoms, and hence we name it propane based on the names that we saw on the earlier slide just now. Step 2, we'll drop the E, and hence propane becomes propane. Step 3, we add in the alcohol suffix, since we notice that there is a OH group attached to this compound, and hence the final name of this molecule will be called propanol. The prefix comes before the stem and refers to substituents attached to the parent carbon chain. The table below shows the possible substituents that may be attached to the carbon chain. So if there's an NH2 attached to the carbon chain, we name it amino. If there's a bromine atom attached to the primary carbon chain, we name it bromo. You have to follow some rules when inserting the prefixes. Number the carbon atoms in the main chain from one end so as to give the lowest possible numbers to the group cited as the prefix. So for this example, we can name this carbon, if we start from this carbon as carbon 1, the next carbon will be carbon 2, and this will be 3, 4, and 5. However, if we name this carbon atom as carbon 1, this carbon atom will be carbon 2, and this will be 3, this will be 4, and this will be 5. And the name will be, instead of being 2,3-dimethyl-pentane, will be called 3,4-dimethyl-pentane. So between these two names, 2,3-dimethyl-pentane is actually the correct name, because looking at this rule, we're supposed to assign the lowest possible numbers to the group cited as the prefix, and hence 2,3 is lower than 3,4, so we use 2,3-dimethyl-pentane. If a chain requires more than one prefix, these are placed in alphabetical order. Looking at this example, there's a bromine and a chlorine atom attached to the parent carbon chain, and since bromo, B comes before C, we put 3-bromo first before 2-chloro and hence the name is 3-bromo-2-chlorohexane instead of 2-chloro-3-bromohexane, because we place the substituents according to alphabetical order, and the commas are used to separate numbers and hyphens are used to separate numbers and words. Thank you for listening, and hope you have gained a better understanding on how to name any organic compound using these fundamental guidelines. Try out the practice exercises to get really skilled at this.